Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria, and today we're going to be talking about some anticipated releases that I have for the rest of 2023. So I did a video like this around this similar time last year, and I loved doing it and finding all of the dates. It really helped for like my TBRs for the rest of the year of just knowing a comprehensive list of what releases are coming out that I want to read. So what I did was, for this list, I went through all of Goodreads and everything, all the Facebook groups that I'm in, and I came up with a comprehensive list of the books that I want to read that are coming out. Most of these are just in the next 2 months, September and October. Indie books do not really announce early. It's only with like a couple of months. Your books are announced. So most of these are September and October, but there are some for November and December. But these are all just ones that I've read the author before and I want to read their new release. And I am going to go through this list and share it with you. They are not in order. I'm really sorry, but I just did not put them in order. I will tell you the date and the author and the title and if I know anything about it, but they are not in order. So I am so sorry, but I am lazy and I didn't want to. So we're gonna get right into it because I do have quite a bit of a list. So the first one that I have is Hopeless by Elsie Silver. This one comes out on October 13th. This is the last book in the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. Flawless, Heartless, Powerless, Reckless, and then this one is Hopeless, and this is Beau's book. I'm really excited for Beau's book. He has been in the military, and in the previous books it is told that he was injured, and so now he's come home and he's grumpy, and I think it is an age gap, and then his heroine is a virgin and she works at like a bar in town or like the restaurant in town. So I'm pretty sure that's the situation with that book, but I'm very excited. I've absolutely loved all the other books in the series. 2 of them are on my top favorite books of the year so far. So I am really excited about this one because I have been interested in Beau since like book 1. We don't know a lot about him because he's been away, and so I'm very intrigued. The next one that I have is Shadows of You by Catherine Cowles, which comes out October 24th. This one is the next book in her... I don't know what this series is called. The first one was Whispers of You, the second one was Echoes of You, then we had Glimmers of You, and this one is Shadows of You. And this is a romantic suspense series that is small town. It follows this family, and the hero in this one is the hero that I've been most excited for since book 1, and that is Roan. He is very like secretive. He doesn't talk a lot. He's reclusive, and those are my heroes. I love them. I think they're so interesting, and so he is finally getting a book, and his heroine is a single mother, so it's a single parent, and she, I believe, is on the run or in hiding. I'm not really sure, but that's what it seems like from the previous books. So I'm so excited for Roan's book. Plus the cover of this book, absolutely stunning. I will put the covers on the screen if a cover's been announced, but some of these books I don't think they have a cover. They might not like have one out. So the cover has been released for this one, and the red hair, stunning. Then we have Before the Sunset and After the Storm, both by Laura Pavlov. Before the Sunset comes out September 21st, and After the Storm comes out November 16th. And these are the final 2 books in her Cottonwood Cove series. I am obsessed with this series. It is a small town. It follows a family. Each book has been so freaking good so far. And so Before the Sunset is following a actor hero, and his romance is with his best friend who he ends up fake dating. So it's friends to lovers fake dating. And After the Storm, we don't know a whole lot about yet. We just know that it's about, I think it's about the single dad. I think he's the last sibling that hasn't gotten a book, so I believe that that one will be single dad, but we don't know a whole ton about it just because it hasn't been announced yet. The next one that I have is Watch Your Mouth by Candy Steiner. This comes out October 27th. This is the next book in her hockey series. The first one was called Meet Your Match, and I enjoyed that one. I'm really intrigued by Candy Steiner's foray into hockey romance because she previously has written football romance, and so she's writing hockey romance. I don't know who this one is about. I don't really care because I did love almost every single one of the side characters from Meet Your Match. All of the heroes' teammates were so great, and so I'm really excited for any of their books. So I believe that Watch Your Mouth is about one of his teammates. And from Candy Steiner's like Instagram stories, if you don't follow Candy Steiner on Instagram, you absolutely should, because she posts such great Instagram stories. I love following them. And she has talked so much about how people have been obsessed with Watch Your Mouth, like all the like beta readers, and how much she is into it and how much longer it is than her other books. Like she's like been writing it so easily. I'm really excited. The next one that I have is The Best Laid Plans by Carla Sorensen. This one comes out October 3rd. I have absolutely no idea what this one is about. I think that it is a Scottish hero. I think that's all I got. But I love Carla Sorensen. I've read all of her Ward Sister series. I've read her Second Gen series, and I've read the original like Bombshell Effect, Marriage Effect. I can't remember what that series is called, but I've read most of her series and I absolutely love her. So anytime she has a new book coming out, I add it to my TBR. I definitely want to read it. So I'm not positive about what this one's about, but it's Carla Sorensen, so I'm gonna read it. Then we have King of Greed by Anna Huang coming out October 24th. I love this, whatever this series is called. King of Pride, King of Wrath, King of Greed. This series that's been coming out by Anna Huang. I have been loving it. They're so good. And this one is a married couple. And I think it's a marriage in trouble. I'm pretty sure, please don't quote me on this because I could be entirely wrong, but from the previous book, I'm pretty sure this one is about a couple who've been married for ages, and I think the heroine finally gets like sick of it and is gonna divorce him, and so he comes back and is like, don't divorce me, and then he like grovels to make her not divorce him. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If that is what it is, I'm really excited about it because I love those. Those are the marriage and troubles that I like. When the heroine is finally like at her wit's end, is like, I'm gonna divorce you. And the hero is like, no, don't do that. And then realizes what a shitty husband he's been and then has to like get her back. I love those marriage and troubles. And so I am very excited about this one. Like I said, I really, really loved this series by Anna Huang, which is good because I didn't love her Twisted series. I did like Twisted Love, and Twisted Hate was fine, but I was not a fan of Twisted Games. And like I said, Twisted Hate was fine. It wasn't like amazing. I didn't love it. So I've loved the first two books in this series and I'm really excited to read more. The next one that I have is, that one comes out October 24th. Did I say that? King of Greed, October 24th. The next one that I have is I'm Your Guy by Serena Bowen. This one comes out October 10th. She actually moved this release date up. I think it was originally supposed to come out in November, and she moved up the release date. And this is an hockey romance. If you read, I can't remember what the one before this was. It was purple, the cover. But she did a hockey romance, and this, if you read that one, there was a new hockey team introduced in that one, and this book is following a member from that new introduced hockey team. So we're no longer with the Brooklyn Bruisers. We have a new hockey team now. And so I think that that's what this one is following. But it's it's Serena Bowen. I'm on her ARC team. I'm going to read it. Then we have Madame by Sarah Kate, which comes out October 12th. I am so excited about this. This is the last, I guess, announced book in the Salacious Players Club series, and this one is about Madam Kink, and it is FFM, and I am so excited. It is a thruple, and I think that Eden joins a already existing married couple. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Or already existing like their boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. I really hope that's what happens, but I think it sounds so, so good. And I think that Eden, I think she's gonna be a single mom. I don't know why. I really just get that vibe. There were just some things that have been said in the previous books with Eden, and I just think that having like a completely different dynamic from like when she's at the club and when she's not at the club would be so cool, and I am very excited about it. I don't know if that's true, but that's my like prediction. So I'm really hoping that I love it and that it goes well. I've loved the rest of the Salacious Players Club series, except for Eyes on Me. Didn't love Eyes on Me, but I've loved the rest of them, and I'm really, really excited for this one. Plus the cover, gorgeous. Okay, the next ones that I have are Devny Perry. I have two. I have The Brood, which comes out September 7th, and that one is the next book in her Calamity Montana series, and I have no idea who it's about because, like I have said previously in another video, I thought this series was over, but it's obviously not because a new one is coming out in a couple of days. So I have no idea what this one's about, but I know it's in the Calamity Montana series. I've really, really loved the rest of this series, so I'm sure I'll love this one too. It is small town. That's all I got for you, but I'm very excited about it. The one that I'm even more excited about though with Devny Perry is Sable Peak by Devny Perry. This one comes out December 7th, and this one is the final book. Let me check. This one is the final book in the Eden series by Devny Perry. This series is a small town series that's following the Eden family, and I've really, really loved this series. Juniper Hill is my favorite in the series. It was one of my top books from last year, and Crimson River is one that I read this year, and I absolutely loved it. Gave it 5 stars. But the whole series is just really good overall. So we are finally on the last one in the series, which is the brother, and his name is Mateo, and he is a pilot. He flies planes, and in the previous books he went off to Alaska, and then in the last book he finally came back from Alaska, and then I think this book is going to be single father. And then I think that the heroine in this book was introduced in Crimson River, so I think it's an age gap situation also. So I'm really intrigued. I'm really excited. I love this series. Like I said, my mom loves this series. I told her to read it. I thought she would like it, and she loves it. And when I told her that Sable Peak didn't come out until December after she finished the last one, she was so mad. So she's really excited for this one. The next one that I have is a new Lauren Rowe book, and that is Who's Your Daddy? And this one comes out September 16th. I don't really know what this one's about. Based on the title, I'm gonna go with age gap just because daddy is usually like an age gap situation. I didn't love Lauren Rowe's last release, so I am hesitant, but I am still excited because Lauren Rowe is still one of my favorite authors. Her entire Morgan Brothers universe is one of my favorites. Like universes as a whole, favorite series situations, and so I'm really hoping that I'll love this one, but it's outside the Morgan Brothers universe, so I'm nervous about it. I have The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. This one comes out October 31st. This one is the daughter of Garrett Graham from The Deal. So Garrett and the heroine, whose name I can't remember, from The Deal, they have a kid, and this is their kid. And I am excited, but I also absolutely despised the legacy, so I'm worried to see how Garrett is as a dad and like the heroine, because I absolutely adored them in The Deal, but I absolutely despised the legacy, so I'm worried how Elle Kennedy will progress and like show them as adults, because I love them. I love them in The Deal, and I really don't want her to fuck it up. So, but I am intrigued by their daughter, and I'm going to still read this book. Then I have Clueless Puckboy by Eden Finley and Saxon James. Comes out October 5th. This is the next book in the Puckboy series by Eden Finley and Saxon James. I read every book that Eden Finley writes, and this is just the next one in their hockey romance series. It's MM, like all their books, and I read all their books. We have One Chance by Lena Hendricks, which comes out October 27th. Again, not sure what this one is about, but I've loved the 2 previous books in this series. One Touch, and then I can't remember what the first one was called, but the second one was my favorite in the series so far. It was really, really good. And so this one I think follows the other brother I think that it's like following a family, and there was 3 brothers and a sister, I think. So we got one of the brothers and we got a sister. So I'm thinking that this is following one of the other brothers, and I'm intrigued by it. I think it'll be good. This small town is so wacky, and I just love a wacky small town in a book. So I am excited. Then we have Destiny of Ashes by Tessa Hale. This comes out September 6th. This is a paranormal reverse harem series that I've been enjoying. I read the first 2 books and enjoyed them, so I am excited to read the 3rd book in the series and get like the final answers that we've been working towards, because there's a lot that was left unsaid in the 2nd book. So I am ready for like the wrap up and finding out the conclusion of how this has been going for the past 2 books. But I enjoy this series, and I like Tessa Hale's reverse harems. I always recommend hers as like a first reverse harem if you haven't read a reverse harem yet and you're interested and you don't want to like just like absolutely jump in the deep end like I did. If you want like a good starter one, Tessa Hale has really good starter reverse harems. Then we have Forged by Malice by Elizabeth Helen, which comes out December 8th. This one is the 3rd book in the Bonded by Thorns series. So this, I read Bonded by Thorns, and I read the 2nd one, Woven by Gold, in August. I read both of them in August, and I love them. I'm so obsessed and involved in this story now, and I found out that it's 7 books, and I'm like kicking myself for getting so attached because it's 7 books and I'm gonna have to wait so long. So this is the 3rd book in the series. I cannot tell you what the 3rd book is going to be about. I don't know what it's gonna be about, but I can tell you what the first one was about, and that is, it is a reverse harem series that follows a heroine. It's kind of Beauty and the Beast themed. The heroine in the first book works at a bookstore, and her father is considered like the wacky guy in the town. He's always rattling on about how fairies kidnapped his wife, and so the town kind of thinks she's weird, and they don't like her because they think she's weird. And so one day her father's coat is found in the forest, and she's worried that he is injured and that he needs help, and so she goes and tries to track him down, and she ends up entering through this rose bush to this land of the Fae, and she meets these 4 princes who live in this castle together, who have taken her father hostage, and she decides to trade places with her father, and so her father can get let go, and then she ends up, what I believe, it's going to be a reverse harem, so she's going to have a romance with all of them, but it's a very slow burn, slow going romance, which is why it's killing me that it's 7 books, and it's really, really good, and I got very attached to it in the 1st and 2nd books, and so I am really, really, really excited for the 3rd one, because there is a character that I'm really, really excited about. He's great, but I can't tell you who it is because that would be a spoiler. Then we have Body Check by Tegan Hunter. This one comes out September 7th. This is a, I'm assuming, hockey romance. I enjoy Tegan Hunter's hockey romances. They're very low angst and easy reads, so I like them when I'm just like needing a palate cleanser and needing something quick and fun and easy, and she's perfect for that. Then we have The Long Game by Elena Armas. I have not read an Elena Armas book. She wrote The Spanish Love Deception, and she also wrote the something about apartments, but she wrote The Spanish Love Deception, and she has this new book called The Long Game, and it sounds so good, and it really sounds like something that I'll like, and so I actually already bought it. So it was on the Barnes & Noble table early, and it was buy one get one 50% off, so I got it, because I really, really think I'll like it, but I'm a little nervous because I have not read anything by her before. But it is sounds small town, and it is a deals with soccer and wacky shenanigans. There's like a goat on the cover. It sounds like something I'll like, and I want to try it out. Then the last one that I have is Better Hate Than Never by Chloe Leese, which comes out October 10th. This is the second book in her traditionally published series. I actually haven't read her first one in her traditionally published series because I don't like the Shakespeare that it's based off of. And so I haven't read it yet. I do own it, but I haven't read it yet. And so this one is based off of a different Shakespeare that I am more interested in. So I think that I will like this one more than I'll like that one. And it's Chloe Leese, so I had to put it on here. But that's the last one that I've got on my list that I actually like wrote down and looked at. There are a million others, and I'm sure I forgot ones that I'm really excited about, but there are a lot, and I am really excited to see what comes out in more November and December, because like I said, they didn't have a whole ton already announced that I could find. But yeah, I'm incredibly excited about all the books that are coming out for the rest of this year, and I hope that you get some good information from this video. But that's gonna be it, so please like this video if you liked it. Let me know down in the comments if there's a book that I didn't include on my list that you're really excited about that's coming out. Subscribe, stick around, see more content from me, but I hope you have the absolute best day.